science and math is for boys. I was told that, and I believed it.
The implication, that means that the future of technology, science, engineering, mathematics will be devoid of the female voice, and that's scary.
There's so much discussion these days about STEM and about the need for more young women to get into technology, coding, engineering.
That's why we're encouraging more girls to pursue their love for science and technology and engineering and math. That's why we've highlighted women trailblazers and encouraged media to depict more examples of women in STEM, because it's hard to be what you can't see.
Life as we know it has been primarily dominated by men. Although there have been changes and advancements in our societies to suppress patriarchal idealism, large gender gaps in eminent professions still remain, especially in the STEM field.
Looking at two people in a job interview, the only difference, their gender?
Instead of women becoming doctors, engineers, architects, or scientists, they adhere to nurturing jobs such as being educators, social workers, or secretaries.
Sharon, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I either want to be a fashion designer, a dancer, or a makeup artist.
Have you ever thought about being in the business field?
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I haven't put in too much thought about it.
What's holding you back of becoming a businesswoman?
I guess because there's not many businesswomen out there that you can look up to. It's mainly men putting a role model for like boys so they can be businessmen. But I never put in too much thought of being a businesswoman because like I said before, there's not many businesswomen.
The lack of women in the STEM field has become a relevant women's issue. However, we can reform this issue by changing workplace policies, increasing exposure programs specifically for girls, and creating female-based incentive.
I want to be either an astronomer or an astrophysicist.
I want to be a computer science engineer.
I want to be a professor in mathematics.
And I want to be a coder when I grow up.
I never really knew about coding until a couple years ago. It seemed really interesting to me at the time, but I didn't know how to, get into the whole coding experience.
My name is Reina Hurtado. I am a civil engineer. I graduated from SMU in 2014, and right now I currently work at AZMB, which is a civil engineering and survey firm. Definitely not. Programs are co-ed, but girls are not really informed of these programs, so they don't attend them. They're not encouraged to go to summer programs or other such.
According to Girl Scout Research Institute, 74% of high school girls across the country are interested in the fields and subjects of STEM. Yet, this percentage does not coincide with the numbers in the workforce. Girls are growing up without even knowing the concept of STEM, and for those who do, don't know enough about it to consider going into the field. Educators are used to recruiting males for STEM-related subjects, especially because imposed stereotypes prompt them to conjure women aren't mathematically, scientifically, or technologically inclined to be able to perform these tasks.
However, every time I see that there's more programs being guided for these girls that are encouraging young females and even little girls to attend and to be involved in STEM and interested, making the subjects interesting.
Your accomplishments, you have been selected to receive a full tuition 4-year scholarship to Baylor University.
A scholarship for you. This is for 4 years for $48,000 from the University of Texas at Austin.
A scholarship in the amount of $16,000. Wow.
Educators are used to recruiting males for STEM-related subjects, especially because imposed stereotypes prompt them to conjure women aren't mathematically, scientifically, or technologically inclined to perform these tasks. The number of STEM-related exposure programs need to augment in order to create more female role models and make the dreams of these young girls come true. Companies like Google and Adobe Incorporated have begun to establish skill-enhancing as well as financial aid programs targeted for women so they succeed in procuring a STEM profession.
What are you going to be an architect for? Like, what are you going to do with that? Like, do something that's going to help out the community or going to help your family out. Like, come on, you're a woman. Like, learn how to take a punch if you want to be treated like a guy.
Women, more often than not, don't join the STEM field because they're afraid of being the only female in the workplace. Male-dominated workplaces engender hostile environments and can cause for women to feel isolated. Although movements like the women's movement,
More than 60 women who come together to sing protest songs in the spirit of collective
or Me Too movement,
The song is about sisterhood. It's about standing up for what we believe in and marching in the streets because these are our streets. And no one can tell us to leave.
have spread awareness over women in the workforce and encouraged women to pursue anything they want, women still experience heinous acts of sexism and sexual assault.
My name is Nabina Thapa. I was still in school that time and I used to work at this bubble tea shop.
Bubble tea?
Bubble tea, yeah, bubble tea. And then there was my boss. Well, I mean, they were husband and wife, so both of them were my boss. But the husband one, he kind of like make a move with me, I guess. Because he gave me some money, extra money, and he was like, here, you can buy some stuff. And then at first I was like, he was kind of old, like almost like my dad, probably older than my dad, I don't know. And then I was like, at first I was like, oh, maybe he thinks of me as his daughter or something. So I was like, at first I know I can't take it, but he was like, he kept insisting, and I was like, okay, fine.
So if women already face these situations in mixed workplaces, what's not to say that these types of incidents don't have a higher chance of occurring in male-dominated workspaces? With more women in the STEM field, we can ameliorate women's positions in the STEM field. Not only can we help diversify the STEM workforce, but we can also break away from traditional gender roles, close the gender gap, and open up more opportunities for ourselves by exploring all STEM field careers. Help make a change by exploring your options pertaining to the STEM field. Follow us on Instagram at Viva Steminist, or visit idtech.com for more STEM opportunities for all ages. It's never too late to start.
I am a Steminist.
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 Be a leader. Be a Steminist.
I am a Steminist.